What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. All right, big moment. I don't know if it happened last night or this morning, but we crossed 3 million packs opened for Chaos Legion. Now, this is a significant milestone for several reasons. The first of which is 3 million is 20%. So now 20% of all Chaos Legion cards are on the market or index and being played, being used, and part of the general economy. Keep in mind, though, that there are still some upcoming airdrops that have not been added in. Those will most likely be all legendaries, so that will skew some things in terms of overall value, overall price, overall BCX, overall power that will be coming into Chaos Legion from here on out. But just, we're talking about 15 million packs here, so 3 million packs being opened is significant in that sense. As for checking where we are from a total packs sold standpoint, we are sitting at a little over 7.1 million. So still a while away from our next airdrop, but we are inching closer to the halfway point of all chaos packs being purchased, which would be 7.5 million. Now there's no milestone there. There's no airdrop or anything, but it's just a milestone. All of us can feel good about it, and I'm sure the team will feel good about it. So I'm just trying to extrapolate this forward, see how things could look over the next 5-ish months, I want to say. Because if you saw one of my recent videos, why card prices could stay stagnant over the next 6 months, I really do believe that, unless there's something crazy that happens. And again, this is crypto. We live in crypto crazy world markets right now. It's not just crypto, but the world markets can be pretty crazy right now too. So things can flip on a dime. Something can turn bullish, something can turn bearish. You never really know what could happen. But if we kind of stay in this boring pattern, which I feel has a good chance of happening, right? Just to kind of stay ranging between certain places, maybe dropping down a little bit, maybe going up a little bit, but just kind of boring and not like heavy bull run where there's a ton of money floating into the space. What I'm thinking is, as we go along, if we were to sell out of Chaos Legion in the next 6 months or so, or I keep saying 6 months, but we're technically in February now. So 5 months into July, which, that's kind of where I was anticipating if we continue to sell, roughly between 25 to 30,000 packs a day, or, if that goes up a little bit, it'll be that midpoint of the year. Now, what I'm wondering too is let's extrapolate this out and say, by the time Chaos Legion sells out, what if we double? So we're going to double the amount of packs that were sold, but what if we also double the amount of packs that were opened? So 15 million packs will be sold, but at that point, only 6 million packs will be opened. Well, if we keep up at this rate, I'm assuming, and again, this is all just speculation here, but I'm assuming that card prices would stay somewhat stagnant. We found an equilibrium for the supply and demand across these. So I don't know that card prices would fluctuate too wildly, at least on a general level, right? Now, as the game goes on, what we can't really account for is how many new people come into the space. And, I know the team is doing marketing. I know this is planned to be a big year, but, and I'm not trying to say anything against that. It's just, I don't know how to quantify that, right? I don't know how to quantify what they're planning to do, what their expectations are in terms of the numbers of players they're bringing in. And therefore, for me, what kind of demand, increased demand we can see as the supply of cards continues to get increased. Now, not everybody's playing with a maxed out deck, so there will always be a small demand, even from the existing player base as we go along, to continue leveling up their deck and therefore buying packs, buying cards off the market, just having just like a baseline demand as we go along there. Now, where things get crazy is after the airdrop ends in 6 months, there will be zero incentive. I shouldn't say that. There will be a reduced incentive to hold packs because you're no longer getting the airdrop points of 300 airdrop points per pack. What will end up happening after that is only the people who want to speculate on the pack price long term will be the ones kind of holding for, until this does a 3, 4, 5, 10x, whatever people are expecting, right? And I'm talking about the pack price, which sold at $4. Some people think it can go to 20, some people think it can go to 40, however long you want to hold it. After the airdrop, you're really just speculating on price, and there's no more benefit outside of, selling it at a higher cost later, or if you always own the cards too. So if you have the packs, you own the cards, and you can just hang on to those or open it and hope that you get something good and that the card prices would increase by that time. So if we go along kind of at this equilibrium and we hit that price discovery moment at sometime middle of the year, around July, maybe maybe end of July when the airdrop is done, then I'm trying to figure out, we'll be at 40% of all packs open at that point. Again, assuming we kind of double from here. That means that there's still so much supply that's coming in. And at that point, I do wonder what kind of price fluctuations we can see, what kind of repricing within the market we can see. There's a couple things that we can't account for, which is how good are the legendary summoners going to be, and what kinds of combos will they create that could cause increased spike demand in certain cards or certain combos or whatever the case is. But again, I'm really trying to talk at a general level here of like the cards and Chaos Legion as a set as a whole. So I would say that all the hardcore players, all the heavy hitters at this point are either having maxed out decks or are working towards them. And I'm not one of them. I mean, I'm trying to get to gold, which I know a lot of players are playing in bronze and silver, but I still have aspirations, just like everybody else, to have a maxed out Chaos Legion deck. And I feel like I'm very far from it, just because of the fact that to go from gold to maxed out, you're essentially doubling your investment. It's like slightly less than doubling. But if you look at the cards, like for example, any legendary card to max out at gold is 6 BCX. To max out on the next level, to literally go from level 3 to level 4 for Diamond Plus, is 11. So you're just doing under half. So you'd have to like double your investment. And as it is, I'm tapped out. I've already put in as much as I can, just trying to get a max level gold deck. And I don't have a max level gold deck, but I'm working on my summoners first. Then I'll get to the monsters that I use most often, and then I'll try to get to everybody else, so we can have one nice big happy Chaos Legion family at some point that can play in gold and hopefully Diamond Plus from here on. So I just want to go ahead and take a look at where the market is sitting right now. And again, if I don't know about the tournament, we'll see. If we have this flooding on the market, if people decide to open their packs once the airdrop is done, that will be the moment that I've been talking about, where we'll go into price discovery mode. I do believe there will be a healthy amount of price reduction, right? A reduction in prices across the board as more and more cards filter in, right? Because at that point, people will either be selling their packs on the secondary market, trying to flip them for a profit, and who are they trying to flip? Who is buying those secondary packs at a premium? Probably newer players, probably players that want to open the deck, right? Or open the packs. Or, they might still believe that there is a, further price appreciation. Although at that point, I feel like you've missed the boat. So it would be a lot of newer players, and the chances of packs being open would be much, much higher. So if we're at 40%, how much can we expect it to go down? I wish I had an answer for you. Like, the easy thing for me to say is, okay, if we're going to be flooding the market at that point, it wouldn't be surprising for like these cards to go down by 60%, right? To kind of offset that. But again, these are just numbers that I'm throwing out. So I don't even know, sorry, not 60%, 40%. So like, I don't even know that we could expect something like that. Although I do think that there would be some decent amount of heavy downward pressure. The interesting thing to see though, is if the whales would come in and scoop up these cards at a discount. But I think the whales are tapped out. I think there's so many assets in this game now, because the amount of packs have not sold out yet. So if people still had money, they would be buying packs and helping us to get sold out sooner rather than later. And granted, keep in mind, 25,000 packs, being sold per day is still a good amount. I mean, that's $100,000 of revenue that the team is getting every single day, roughly, right? At $4 a pack. So there's $100,000 roughly being spent on packs every single day. So it's not, there's money coming in. I want to recognize that, but it's not like a wall of money. When, some of the other analysts were looking at this and saying like, oh, $48 million for packs, like $48 million isn't a lot. That's going to get sold out quickly. Sure. Like, I understand the argument, and I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. Like, I understand the argument, and that's kind of why I was I was buying into the hype too, because it was just like, yeah, I mean, in the crypto space, like total volume locked on like any kind of DeFi platform is going to be in the hundreds of millions, right? So 48 million didn't seem like a lot, but obviously we're here now and the demand just isn't there. So I don't know what to expect. I would say that we could probably at that point have a healthy, I don't want to call it correction, but a healthy reduction in price and probably a good buying opportunity. Again, not necessarily that it's going to last a long time. In fact, I think I don't even want to call it like a market crash. I think that it would be, I'd like the term like repricing, right? Or price discovery mode. We go into a secondary price discovery mode where everybody's trying to figure out what the new price, what the new supply demand economics of each of these cards is, because now everybody's opening more packs and all this. So it's going to be interesting to watch as we go along over the next 5 months. I'll be tracking these numbers, but I wanted to share with you that we are now roughly 20% of the way through opening Chaos Legion packs. So take from that what you will. I still think that the best thing to be doing right now is not necessarily focusing on packs if you are trying to level up your deck. I think the best way to go about it right now is just to buy cards off the market. Things are way more affordable. If you are coming into the game now, if you're a new player, first of all, welcome. But if you are a new player, this is a phenomenal time to get in versus 3 months ago. Yeah, I mean, look, everybody wishes that they could get in a year ago. Prices were completely different then. But we're here now, and in my history within the game, which started back in August of 2021, I would say that this is probably one of the best times. There's a wide variety of cards available. There's so many different decks and strategies that you can focus on. Obviously, Chaos Legion provides so much of that, and the Chaos Legion cards are actually pretty good. They're pretty good. Like, I'm playing in gold, so just to give you a little bit of a context, I'm playing in gold, and last season I was able to finish with a 2800 rating, which is technically good enough for Diamond 3. So had I had the power, which I don't, but had I had the power, I would have been able to get into Diamond 3 at that point. So interesting times ahead. Just wanted to share that little milestone with you guys and kind of where my head is at and what I'm looking at and following as we go along. So would love to hear your thoughts, where you think we are going. And, if some of my assumptions seem way out there, definitely let me know. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.